I'm Diane Macedo. We are coming on the air right now because we are learning FBI Director Christopher Wray has just announced he will resign. In a memo to employees, Wray says he will step down at the end of the current administration. Our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas, is standing by with more information. Pierre, what do we know so far?
Well, Diane, we had anticipated this since President-elect Trump made the statement that he planned to install, if he can be appointed, Kash Patel as the new FBI director. So the time was running out for the FBI Director Chris Wray. We now have the specifics. He just convened a town hall with FBI employees in which he made the announcement that he is going to step down effective at the end of the current administration. He says that he loves this place. He, quote, loves the mission, but the time had come because he did not want, in essence, to be a distraction, knowing that the incoming president had other thoughts in mind. He talked about the fact that this nation is under considerable threat and that must be the continued focus of the FBI. The country is currently under all kinds of threats that the FBI is running down and tracking, and it's clear that he wants to have as much of a continuity as possible. But Diane, I think the key here is how long would it take to get a new FBI director confirmed, given the fact that the country is facing these unprecedented threats?
Pierre, what does that process look like?
Well, the process looks like we have Kash Patel on Capitol Hill. He's been making the case to senators. It's unclear how quickly they might be able to vote. We know that there are background checks that have to be done by investigators for the Senate. So we'll have to see how long that plays out. But make no mistake, this interim period, from the time from which the FBI director steps down until a new director is confirmed, will be a critical one for the country.
And Pierre, in this address to employees, Wray talks about not wanting to drag the Bureau deeper into the fray. What do you think he means by that?
Well, clearly, President-elect Trump has talked about the fact that he, did not have confidence, did not like Christopher Wray in the position. Again, the FBI director serves a 10-year term. Christopher Wray was in the midst of the 7th year of his term. He had 3 more years to go. And the tradition has been that the FBI director performs beyond administrations, more than one administration, to create the semblance of independence and so that they can do the job without that notion. But clearly, FBI Director Wray had been involved in the investigation of former President Trump, now President-elect Trump, in terms of the Mar-a-Lago classified documents case, the January 6th case. Incoming President Trump is not comfortable with him, which is his right as the president-elect coming in to choose whom he wants to be in that position. But right now, the FBI, one of the more revered institutions through the years, has become a part of the political crossfire in Washington. Christopher Wray clearly trying to, lessen that intensity as he leaves office.
Pierre, how do you think this affects that sentiment now, and what are you watching for next?
I think the key now, again, is how long would it take to get a new FBI director confirmed, and what happens in this interim period. We've been talking to key sources in the federal government, law enforcement, intelligence officials, and they all talk about the fact that the transition between administrations is one of the more vulnerable times for the country. Also, we know since October 7th of 2023, the country has been in an elevated threat environment, both in terms of domestic threats, also threats like ISIS as well, and the FBI director is at the forefront of dealing with those kinds of threats.
All right, our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas. Pierre, thank you again. FBI Director Christopher Wray is announcing he will step down at the end of this administration. We have much more coverage on ABC News Live, and David Muir will have much more on World News Tonight.